This is Tech TV 101's video review of the HTC Desire S. So let's go around the physical aspects of the phone to start with. We can see we have a 3.7 inch Super LCD capacitive touchscreen here in the front. We have our 4 capacitive touch buttons as is standard with all HTC handsets at the moment. The search back menu, you can see the actual icon has changed. It used to say menu and now it just has these 3 lines, and the home icon has changed as well. I think this just helps them internationalize the phone a lot easier than having words down the bottom. At the top of the screen here we have a VGA front-facing camera. There's a little indicator light behind the speaker grill here, and the sensors are based just here, the proximity and the light sensor. On the side of the phone we have our micro USB port, we have our volume rocker, nice and big. This side of the phone is clean, there's nothing there. On the bottom of the phone there is the microphone pickup. Back of the phone then we have the speaker grill, 5 megapixel autofocus camera, single LED flash. There is a microphone here and a microphone here. I'm not sure what they are for. One of them noise cancelling, or perhaps both of them noise cancelling. I couldn't find out what the 2 ports are for. On the top of the phone then we have the standard 3.5mm headphone jack and the power button screen lock switch. Underneath here then we have the, let's see if I can get this off, tight fix. There we go. So we have the battery release. It's very much like the Desire or the HTC Legend. So this pops up and you have your memory card and you have your micro SD slot in there, and that's the battery then. I won't take it out right now as it is powered on and I don't want to ruin it for the review. Right, so powering on the screen we can see we've got our standard HTC Sense UI. So I have this set up now like I would use my own phone. So we've got our standard widgets, we have our standard pinch to zoom. That should load in. There's a friend stream loading in. What is different with this UI? Well, we can see that this is the 2.3.3 version of Android. Some information. 2.3.3 and it's HTC Sense version 2.1. So just to see what is different with that, this obviously the icons here is different. So we hit that, that's got our apps. Now one thing I do like is this app drawer now snaps. I don't know if you can see that there's a little breaker line just there, and it kind of snaps to that breaker line. So you can see the scroll bar, and so it'll always just have the exact amount of icons on the screen, a 4x4 grid of icons on the screen. You can't kind of half scroll, it'll just snap back, which is nice. It actually works really well. We've also got our favourite, most frequently used applications, and these are then the downloaded installed applications, which is nice to have. You can just go straight in and you can place obviously stuff on the desktop by dragging it. We can list them. You can actually remove an application, bring you straight into the new application view, basically with this storage graphic down the bottom of the screen. What else is new is in the notification area. We can see we've got our standard notification area. We've got our quick launch at the top. We've also got this quick settings, which we can go in and turn on Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, hotspot, GPS, all the usual, or tap straight into all the settings if you want to. It's really nice just to have there to be able to flick over to it, turn on your Wi-Fi, flick that off the screen, and it's just a really super quick way of getting to the settings. Now I've got the settings stacked up here as well. Standard music application, you can flick through your artists. Sound is much better than the Desire HD, which actually for size comparison I will just show you now. It is significantly smaller than the Desire HD. It's about the same thickness. It's got a very similar design aesthetic. You can see kind of the curve on the flat edges and the way it but because the screen is obviously 3.7 as opposed to 4.3, it's just a lot it just seems a lot smaller basically. So you can see there how much smaller it seems. It feels lovely in the hand, that has to be said. It's one of the nicest phones I've held in a long time. It just feels really good. There's no protruding camera. The HTC icons are a lot more subtle. It's not got this shiny, very reflective HTC. It's just nice subtle black finish to it. The logo has been moved from the bottom of the screen back up to the top of the screen, which is nice. And it always has the distinctive Desire chin down the bottom there, which is very nice. There's not much else to say, really. I mean, if you've looked at any of our other HTC reviews, the UI is very similar. You can set it up, you can link it up with all your friends. So it has all their pictures. There'll be no messages in here at the moment. The internet works very well. It's got the nice pinch to add new tab feature. It loads very quickly. I'm on a 30 meg connection here, so that's kind of helping it out a bit as well. This time I have one contact linked there. That really is all there can be said about this phone. It is a very nice phone. I've enjoyed using it very much. I can highly recommend it. It just feels really good in the hand. It doesn't creak. There's no bend in it. It just feels really solid. HTC have gone to moving Gorilla Glass for their phones, for their screens now, away from regular toughened glass. So this is a nice solid screen. And other than that, it's just definitely, if you're in the mood for if you're looking for a good HTC phone, then I can highly recommend this. It's available on various Irish networks. If you check out the post, I'll have the information there on costings, etc. And you'll be able to see what networks it's available on. So that's Tech TV 101's review of the HTC Desire S.